Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick video on price discovery in terms of the marketing that we do. Also, just reiterate why I do the marketing the way that we do it, and then also show some really hard numbers to show the effectiveness of the marketing that we've been doing. So I'm going to start with this post from Westlake, which ran all of April. It's a very standard post of ours. Now, we are actually starting to tone down some of the creative. If you haven't noticed, your Facebook feed is now an algorithm that pushes Facebook groups. Facebook groups are really the only thing that's keeping Facebook alive at this point. So when we do our ads and we are forcing ourselves onto someone's feed, we are finding ourselves in a position where we want people to stop their scrolling, stop what they're doing, and read the ad. Now, a lot of you have been putting a lot of text on your creative, and I want to reiterate, I think that is wrong. I think that you need to put as little as possible on the creative, and you need to get some motion involved that stops people in their tracks by using the meme text, the meme font, getting the point across, and I'm going to show you in a second what we're doing for May. Then all of a sudden, you'll see a difference, I think, in your car count. So while we've gotten away from, right now when you're scrolling through your feed, and this is not optimized to show what's on your feed, this is really not what customers see. What customers really see now is just the first line. So let me scroll real quickly to the most recent ad that we have. So we started doing this where we just pick the town name and we say, listen up. And for the first week of May, we did a $39 oil change special. And stuck with our same ad format, stuck with our same font and everything. This ad ended up not doing that good to start, so we pivoted to a new ad where we addressed probably the biggest question that we get when we run this ad is, yes, even full synthetic. And the response to this ad in just the 2 days that we've been running it has been fantastic. We're trying a different price. We went from 39 to 37 because we're trying to do some price discovery and find out what works. Again, when you're scrolling through your feed, you're not seeing this full amount. You're just seeing this first line. It's really important that you design an ad in a way that stops people in their tracks. It's super important. You're throwing away money if you have an ad that does not stop people in their tracks. Now, I'm about to show us data that shows the progression of this ad for Westlake. Every single Monday, the team goes through every single store, their car count week over week, and we look at the numbers in a very detailed fashion. And so that's what I'm about to show you. Real quick, I do want to bring up, this was posted by Ralph, and then of course you may have seen the one that I posted as well, 50% off. So one of the reasons that I think that percent off ads do not work is because there's no price transparency in our space. So when people see 50% off, they ask themselves, 50% off what? Right? And so they don't know if it's 50% off a full $79.95, $99.95. The pricing has changed so dramatically in our space. Something like this where it's $25 off full synthetic. Even then, people are like, $25 off what? Right? And so sometimes we like to do it for the form of engagement. If you go back to Facebook, if you do a $25 off coupon like we run sometimes, it's good for engagement because people will ask, hey, what, $25 off what? But in terms of just absolute right hook conversion, we think that price transparency is way more important. When it comes to just getting people in the door and getting people to see your ad and want to come in, price transparency is way more important, right? So when we say all oil changes, $37, it's very transparent. Everybody knows exactly what it is. And rather than 50% off all oil changes, which turns your synthetic blend oil change or our regular oil change into a $20 oil change, you're basically keeping all of your margin for all non-full synthetic oil changes. And so it's very important to note that this form of couponing or discounting actually takes home more money than a 50% off oil change anyway. So let's dive into the actual numbers. So this is kind of what one of our sheets look like. I made this sheet specifically for this particular video, but I'm going to start with the third week of April. The third week of April, we're using Westlake. I blacked out everybody else's stores, so nobody needs to feel bad or feel good or for the purposes of this video, I didn't want to share everybody's numbers and put anyone on blast. But here we have our car counts. So the way that we do this as an internal team is we highlight in red anyone that does less than 50 cars a week, and lighter red if you're in the 50s. And then anyone who does over 100 cars a week is in the green, and then lighter green if the darker green if you are in the 90s. So this one actually whoever this is should not be highlighted green. So here's Westlake. Now this is in the midst of the $35 oil special, right? We went from and I could go back further, but I wanted to start with week 3. Westlake had done 110 cars. And Westlake is a fairly established store. It's in its 3rd year of operation, so it's no longer a new store. It can't really be claimed to be a new store, but it's also not a fully mature store like some of the other locations, all right? So that 3rd week of April, doing the $35 oil special, it did 110 cars to the tune of $6,700 in change in gross sales. The last week of April, it did 124 cars for the week, and it did $6,625 in change. So it actually did more cars, but it did less in gross sales, and that could have come from possibly not selling as many air filters, not selling as many other products, things of that nature. Now, fast forward to week 1 of May, where we went, and you guys saw that week 1 of May, we did the $39 oil change special. So we increased the price just $4, and the results were pretty dramatic. We dropped from 124 cars to 57 cars, doing $3,302 and change in gross sales, right? So this is a very black and white explanation of how the pricing can directly impact the amount of cars that flow through your doors. Same ad spend every month, same creative. As you can see, we use the same, same style. Everything's the same. The only thing that changed was the dollar amount. Now, the real question is going to be, does $37 make things a little bit more effective? And so we won't know that because this was posted just yesterday. We decided to drop the $39 special. We went with $37, and we will see those results in a couple weeks from now, and we could do a follow-up video. But I just wanted to post and show how important it is for 1, price transparency, and 2, understanding what different price points drive customers into your doors. Because if you get to a certain car count, it doesn't matter what your ticket average is. If you're doing 10 cars a day, if you're doing 200 cars a week, then you're going to have a little bit more flexibility. Car count absolves all sins in this business. You can pull and push so many levers when you have a high car count. And I will take 124 cars at a $35 price point all day over 57 cars, even if these were all at full price, say average ticket of, just using industry standard of $70 ticket average. We're talking about being $4,000 in sales as opposed to the 6,600. So anyway, that's the video, guys. I want to shoot it out to you guys before the weekend, and hopefully this clears things up. Really important. Make ads that stop people in their tracks. Have creative. This is a pretty good representation of what people actually see. And then here is the evidence to support that. So have a great weekend, everybody. Again, congratulations to Holly on her grand opening this today, and we're excited for everyone else that is moving forward with getting those card counts up as we go into busy season. Thanks, everybody.